Hi guys, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters. Today I am talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and once again follows Miles Morales, as this time he is confronted with an enemy called Spot, who manages to travel to other multiversal worlds. He also encounters Gwen again, who is part of this group of spiders who basically maintain order in the multiverse, and he interacts with that group, and things start to unravel about the Spider Verse as a whole. Now, I loved Spider Man Into the Spider Verse, so this movie had a huge bar to reach in order to be as good, if not better, than its predecessor. And I gotta say, I like this one actually a little bit more. This film's story overall is really interesting. So, at this point in Miles' career, he's been at it for about a year and a half, and it's clear that being Spider Man is starting to really mess with the duality of his life. He is clearly starting to struggle with trying to find out what he wants to do going forward and how much he wants to commit to being Spider Man. And this kind of mirrors what Gwen goes through in her universe and kind of how she pushed everyone away, including her own father. And I like that we focus on kind of the similarities between those two worlds. I also like that we get to see a lot more of Gwen's world than we got to see in the original Into the Spider Verse. I really like that we get to see more of that. I like that we get to spend a lot of time with these characters without their mask on and get to know them as people. And I gotta say, this film really nails down the characters when they're not wearing their mask. And I think that was a difficulty that would have been really hard for most films to overcome. But this film manages to do that type of story and make it still intriguing and make us still grab onto the characters. Now, that's not to say when there's are in their spider identities that there isn't a lot going on, a lot of interesting stuff there. There's a whole host of dynamics that I really can't get into without spoiling the movie. And I really like what this film did with both them in their spider identities and with them out of their spider identities. I really enjoyed that. Characters, uh, so we get some returning characters. We get Gwen, we get Peter B. Parker, and they're still interesting. They're still great from the first movie. We get some new characters, including Spider Man 2099, Jessica Drew. We get to see her in this film. And we basically get a whole bunch of references to other Spider Man and Spider People throughout the multiverse. And I really liked the type of references we get, and it's really fun. It's really fast paced. It's really enjoyable. Like you can pick them out of a crowd. It's really good for a film like this when you're just sitting there like, wow, I recognize that. I recognize this character, and I really enjoyed that about this movie. Um, if you're a huge Spider-Man fan, you're gonna love that about this film as well. The characters that we focus on do shine through. I like their dynamics, their interactions with one another. But I do wish we got more of the characters from the first film in this one. We only get two, really, Peter B. Parker and Gwen, and that's kind of unfortunate. I wish we got a little bit more with the other characters from the first film. But as it stands, I do think this film manages to incorporate all the characters really well and makes you invested in each character that is important to the plot. Now, performance wise, everyone does a fantastic job here. There is no standout, but that's because everyone is doing a standout job. I can't pick one person here and go like, wow, that person's standing out from the crowd, because everyone's doing an amazing job with their performances, and every voice actor, you can tell, is doing something quirky and different to make their character stand out, and I really enjoyed that. Visually, this did what the first film promised to do and does it way better. And that is doing a whole host of unique animation styles, and it does it like amazingly well. It's every character, every universe we see, you can tell their own unique style. You can tell that they are unique universes into themselves. And it's really fun to see that. And it really feels like these characters came right out of their respective comic books. And that is something that is hard to do and something that is unique to this movie. And I really enjoy seeing the animation continue to get better as they do more films, and I'm looking forward to see what they do to step up their game in the third movie that we're inevitably going to get. Then we have the music, and the musical score is also really well done. I really enjoy the beats that we have. We have a lot of R&B beats and a lot of hip-hop beats, but we also have some great orchestral stuff, and I really enjoy the overall feel that this movie has. And like, this film is a 2-hour and 20-minute movie, but I did not feel the length at all. And that is something I haven't gotten to say about a movie that's over 2 hours in a long time. So at the end of the day, I really enjoyed Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I honestly think I enjoyed this one a little bit more than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Not to say that that film's bad. I love that movie. It's just that this movie was so darn good. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse a 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not fully up to 10 is because I have a few nitpicks that I didn't mention about the story, but they are really, really small nitpicks. But they do hold it back a little bit. Anyway, that's what I thought about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.